Good morning. Today we shall discuss the fifth bhava, the sixth bhava, the seventh bhava and the eighth bhava. The fifth bhava is the Kendra succedent. It represents children, intelligence, our past karma and Vedic knowledge. The fifth bhava is looked for womb, the strength of the womb, children, in strength of the womb for the female, children for both male and female charts, knowledge and desires, bhakti and belief. Bhakti means religion? No, faith. Bhakti would be faith and belief. Intelligence, wisdom, fame, fortune and position. Sudden wealth, love, emotions, morals, gamblings, all types of gamblings, all types of entertainment, vice, love affairs are all under the fifth house. The fifth house or the fifth bhava will tell us the above things. The parts of the body that governs the fifth house is the stomach, the large intestine, the small intestine and the heart. The karaka for the fifth house or the fifth bhava is Jupiter for education, knowledge, wisdom, Vedic knowledge and children, and Mercury is for intelligence. Now let us look at the sixth bhava. The seventh, let's go to the sixth bhava. The sixth bhava is also considered as a dusthana or a negative house. It is also a upachaya. It rules diseases, deaths and enemies. In Sanskrit it is roga, runa and ripu. Roga is diseases, runa is debts, ripu are the enemies. Humiliation, diseases, debts, loans, getting and giving are ruled by the sixth house. Having servants, enjoying the benefits of the servants, bad habits, good habits, litigation, obstacles and competition. Gaining in competition and in examinations are ruled by the sixth house. Cousins, nieces, nephews, open enemies are also ruled by the sixth house. Disagreement with others is ruled by the sixth house. Illness, hospitals, prisons, lawsuits, disappointments, jealousy, anger, arrogance, greed is from the sixth house. Material prosperity, every material requirement, all material wants is governed by sixth house. Service and employment is also governed by the sixth house. Accidents, injury, sorrow, infatuation and employee-employer relationship is governed by the sixth house. The karaka for the sixth house is Mars for enemies and litigation, accidents and injury, Saturn for sorrows, servants, debts and diseases. Now let us put an eye on what are the other karatattvas for Mars. Now, Mars is a fierce and a fiery planet, therefore his karatattvas also will be fiery and fast. Mars is a karatattva for courage, for younger brothers, for stamina, for immovable properties, for diseases, enemies, blood, surgery, science, logic, land, fire, defense, stepmother, passion, anger, hatred, violence, sin, vindictiveness, death, murders, accidents, poverty, bravery and ambitions, forces and muscle power. Now the parts of the body that is ruled by the sixth house is the hips. For sorrow it is Saturn. We shall discuss the Saturn when we deal with the eighth house. Now let us look at the seventh house or the seventh bhava. The seventh house is also called the Kendra Sthana. The seventh house rules husband or wife. It rules generosity, respect, desire, passion, and the part of the body that governs the seventh house is Goin, or the private parts of the females. The seventh house governs partnerships in business, legal relationship, spouse, male or female. It is also governing desires, jealousy, respect, happiness with the spouse. It governs traveling abroad. The house along with the seventh house along with the second house also governs death. The 7th house also governs marriage, wife, cure to diseases and general happiness. The interaction between masses, the interaction with business, colleagues, social interaction, interaction in the public or in the society at large is also governed by the 7th house. The parts of the body that is ruled by the 7th house is uterus, ovary and groin. The Karaka for the 7th house is Venus for wife and Mars for husband, sex and vigor. Now let us look at Venus, the main Karaka. Venus is a Karaka for the 7th house. It is a Karaka for wife, marriage, pleasure, senses, conveyances, ornaments, luxury, passion, the Navratnas or the jewels, dance, music, drama, social activities, all things of pleasure and all things of enjoyment is ruled by Venus. Now let us look at the 8th house. 8th house is a Dusthana house and it rules life, death, sorrow, obstacles and surprises. Longevity or the duration of the life and death is looked from the 8th house. Mental sorrows, mental worries, separations, dejections, trouble with husband and wife, undisclosed affairs is also ruled by the 8th house. It is the Kalatra Sthana or the Mangalya Sthana for the female's horoscope. It is the sexual organ of the male and the female. Accidents, disappointments, foreign travels, hidden wealth, unearned wealth is also ruled by the 8th house. The parts of the body that governs the 8th house is the internal sexual organs of the 8th house. Now, the Karaka for the 8th house is Saturn for life and death. The Karaka for Saturn, the other Karakas for Saturn is longevity, misery, calamity, death, old age, ailment, poverty, sins, fear, secrecy, sacrifice, renunciation from the world, pilgrimage, studiousness, vocation, laziness, delays, diseases. Both positive and negative are of these Karatatvas are ruled by the 8th house. In our next class, we shall do 9, 10 and 11. Thank you. See you again. 7:46.